Hi, everyone. This is Emily Monahan, Exhibits Manager for HAI. Thanks for joining us today for our exhibitor webinar. So we are going to start things off with David Eli from Merits. He'll be talking about lead retrieval and registration.
All right, everybody. I'm going to pass this off in a second to Michelle Williver, who's going to take you through the rest of the deck. But I just want to thank everybody. Again, my name is David Eli. I'm accompanied by my colleague, Michelle Williver, who is the assigned sales rep for the show that's coming up. And just want to make sure everybody understands that Merits, if you get any emails from Merits or Merits Global Events, we are the selected vendor for lead retrieval services, as well as capturing your leads and all the different devices that can be offered to scan on site. So I'm going to stop there and I'm going to hand it over to Michelle.
Hi, this is Michelle calling with Merits. I'm just here to talk about the lead retrieval systems, which we will be offering. We have already included Swap 3 Pack for 3 users and 3 activations into your booth. These are available for download from the App Store, and you can use the app to scan the attendee's QR code on their badge. You can go to either the Apple App Store or Google Play and look for Swap by Merits Global Events. From there, you can download the app to get started. You can scan badges anytime, anywhere with our Swap app, and it's loaded with features to capture your leads with interactions in your booth with those attendees. You can do things such as take notes, you can rate the engagement, and or even set up qualifying questions, such as a survey for those individuals. Additional lead options, we also offer handheld scanners as well as a tablet if you did not want to take advantage of the Swap mobile app. But please keep in mind, we have already loaded 3 apps onto your booth so that you can download and use that app anywhere to scan. We also do offer a developer kit. If you have your own lead scanner, you can order that as well to get the data. Next slide, please. It's so easy to download and activate the Swap app. Like I said, you can go to the Swap by Merits Global Events on the App Store or Google Play and download that app. Once you download it, you're just going to add in your activation code and your badge ID, which can be found right next to the Swap symbol on your badge. That will have your Swap activated and ready to go. Next slide, please. And once you have that downloaded, you'll see up at the top, scan the QR code, which you'll just point your device that you're going to be using at that QR code, tap scan, and then you'll see the individual's contact information appear on the screen. And if for whatever reason you cannot scan the badge, you can manually type in the badge ID number and the first initial of the attendee's last name and capture the data that way. Some of the features that are wonderful to use when you have this app downloaded and ready to go is by rating the individual that you scanned. You get the star system there, 1 through 5, to select, is it a good lead? Is it worthwhile to get back in touch with them? Or did they just stop by for a freebie? You can always rate them that way. You also have the demographic information that you can see on each individual when you scanned. Also, you have the survey tab where you can set up a survey in advance of the show so that you can better qualify your lead. My favorite part of the Swap app is the notes field. Definitely want to take notes on those individuals so that you know exactly what to get back in touch with them about. And if you have talk to text feature on your device, you can type in your notes or speak them right into the device. We also have the collateral, which you can set up everything in advance of the show right on your portal to send any PDFs or maybe a link to your website thanking them for coming by your booth. Next slide, please. Once you scan the individual badge, you'll see their contact information right there on the screen. And below that is your different areas which you can tap on. Tap on the notes, click the little pencil up in the upper right-hand corner. And then, like I said before, you can type your notes in there that way, or you can do talk to text. Back to the survey. Once you scan the attendees badge, you'll see the information there. You click on the survey and the survey will pop up. You can ask the questions there of those attendees and touch the screen to capture the answer. It will give you a prompt if you choose that it must be answered, so that you cannot move forward until that survey is complete. If you don't have the time to fill it out while you're talking to the individual, you can always go back into your contact, pull up that contact again, and answer those questions at a later time. When it comes to viewing your leads, it is in real time. It does go out to our portal where you can access that whenever you would like to export into an Excel or CSV file. You'll find that right there on the screen. You can sort it by the demographic choices if you'd like, and your data will stay on the portal for 2 years. So you have plenty of time to get that information exported out. Did anybody have any questions that I might be able to help you with today? If you need any questions come up further before you head out to the show, you can always reach me. Again, it's Michelle with Merits, and my number's here on the screen, 636-827-0232, and I do look forward to talking to you soon.
All right, thanks, Michelle. We'll pass it back to the next presenter.
Thank you, David and Michelle. And please, exhibitors who are watching, use the chat or the Q&A function to send us any questions. And also, you can always reach out to Merits with any questions directly. Okay, next up, we have Amy Ellis with GES, and she's going to go over the exhibitor services kit, any logistics questions, important deadlines that you should be aware of as an exhibitor.
I will share my screen. Thank you very much, Emily. And it's nice to speak with everybody again going into HELI-EXPO 2024. Looking forward to it. For my slide, I'm basically just going to go through our exhibitor services manual, see if anybody has any questions in regards to the exhibitor services manual, and also highlight a new area that we have on our Espresso site for an exhibitor resource section. I have included the link here on the slide, as well as our National Service Center helpline that has an international as well as a local number, and they are open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Oh, sorry about that. So our exhibitor services manual is online based on that link that I had just previously shown you. This is where you can find all the helpful information in regards to the show. We have the HELI-EXPO information for show management that also includes any requirements for the Anaheim Convention Center. One of the areas I do want to kind of highlight is the flame retardant applicators and policies, rules, and regulations. With the fire marshal in this facility, if you have any fabrics or artificial floral displays or artificial plant displays, the fire marshal will come by your booth and request a certificate of fire retardancy. So if anybody has any of those items that they will be having in their booth, I would recommend to bring that with you when you come to the show floor. In regards to the basic show information, what's included in your booth is a standard 10 by 10 booths. We will have side rail and back wall drape in blue, and your booth ID sign. Aisle carpet in the different areas will be Blue Jay, except for the first time exhibitor new product pavilion, which will have gray drape and side rail, as well as pepper carpet. And we do not allow any changes to the carpet in these areas. But if you do want to order padding for those booths, you can order that online prior to move-in. Keep in mind that if you have any open areas in regards to your booth space, they will need to have masking drape. We will go through and add masking drape to unsightly structure areas where you can see the back wall of pop-up structures and things like that, just to make it a better line of sight. And those are at exhibitor expenses, as well as it is a mandatory floor covering show. So please ensure that you either bring your own floor covering or that you have carpet ordered prior to the discount deadline to take an opportunity of those discounts. But if your booth is set up without floor covering by 3 p.m. on Monday, we will have to force carpet into your exhibit location at your expense, and those would be show site rates. So make sure and get that ordered in advance if you are not bringing your own floor covering to get those discounts. For quick links, we have show site contact informations as well as the show organizer website. Under important dates and deadlines, we have everything listed in regards to the advanced shipments, when you can deliver, and the deadlines, the discount deadlines for the different items, as well as the move-in, aircraft fly-in information. The exhibitor move-in dates and times are targeted, so please make sure you refer to the targeted floor plan that's in the Expresso site, as well as the show hours and exhibitor move-out. All carriers must be checked into our marshaling yard by 8 a.m. on Saturday, March 2nd. They can check in prior to this, obviously, but we have to have all exhibitor materials removed by 12 p.m. on March 2nd. So we need to make sure that they are checked in by 8 a.m. If not, your shipment can be subject to being rerouted if you have not already taken care of those items. If you go back up to the top under the main menu, we have the target information. This is where you can find the target map, which does a quick download. And then we have all the colors up in the top right-hand side. So you just find your booth number, find what color your booth is, and that would be the times that you would want to go by if you have any direct deliveries or want to schedule in labor. Under this section, we also have, sorry about that. We also have where you can request a move-in target change request. If you at any point need to change your booth move-in, you can submit that request and it will evaluate if we potentially could increase, or if you don't need as much time, you can also change it backwards as well. But you want to make sure that if you're having any direct deliveries, that they do not show up prior to your target move-in, as additional fees off-target fees could be charged. You also, if you're setting up a carrier and they're going to have multiple shipments, you need to make sure your carrier is aware that your shipment should not be mixed in with other deliveries that are off target, as they might attach off target charges to yourselves in your exhibit. One of the other areas I wanted to talk about is we have an exhibitor resources section on our site. If there's any newer exhibitors or there's certain things that you want to refresh your memory on, or if you're looking for just tips on things that you can, enhance your booth, we have additional exhibit select options that we offer. So you can save on material handling by just getting a booth from us. So you wouldn't have to ship that in. We have information in regards to shipping internationally, the Transportation Plus program, where if you book a round trip transportation and logistics with us, that you actually also would save 10% on your material handling fees as well. These are helpful videos and helpful hints for any trade shows that you exhibit at, whether it be a GES event or another general service contractor. In regards to the site, we also have where you can reference to book your hotel room if you have not taken that opportunity as of yet. One of the things I did want to talk about with exhibitor appointed contractors, sorry about that, that we will need exhibitors to submit the notice of intent to hire if you are hiring a outside I&D house or an EAC, that we would need this submitted from you to signify that you are allowing another exhibitor or another exhibit house to perform your labor within the booth. That is not something that your exhibit house should be submitting on your behalf. This actually has to come from you. And then we'll get their certificate of insurance from them as well. One of the labor requirements that I just want to make sure everybody is aware, in California, the union regulations, they do not allow the use of exhibitors to use power tools. That has to be a union personnel function. So if your booth does take over 30 minutes to install and does require power tools, that you will need to be required labor, union labor, to help do that install. So if you have any questions in regards to any of that, you can feel free to reach out to myself, or you can reach out to our National Service Center at the numbers provided. Are there any questions?
So it doesn't look like there's any questions in the chat. Exhibitors out there, if you have any questions, use the Q&A function. And obviously you have the contact information for GES and us at HAI. Okay, so thanks, Amy. We'll go on to the next presenter now. That's Katie White with Wyman, and she's going to talk about your booth, sponsorships, how to drive traffic, some best practices.
All right, great. Thanks, Emily, and hello, everyone. Can't believe that we are 47 days away from HELI-EXPO, and looking forward to seeing everyone and being together again in Anaheim. So today I'm just going to be going over some reminders on deadlines coming up. And before I get started, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Katie White. I'm with the Wyman Company. We are HAI's sales partner for exhibits, advertising, sponsorship, and membership. So starting off here for exhibitor opportunities, before heading to Anaheim, we definitely encourage your team to consider ways to really make your name stand out at the upcoming show. With over 600 exhibitors there, very much recommend finding ways to make your name stand out. Really think of your booth as a location there on the floor plan, and how can you invite people to come to your booth to make sure that that you know that you are there. So sponsorship, advertising, both are fantastic ways to share your booth number, share any new products, but really just a great way to make sure that attendees know you're there and you want them to come by and say hi and learn more about your company. So we'll go over today just some of the upcoming options that you have, and really hope that you consider, looking at the investment you've made by being an exhibitor at our show, by protecting it, by doing some sponsorship or advertising to make sure people know that you are there with us in Anaheim. So just some upcoming deadlines to be aware of. We have 2 print deadlines, and actually both are tomorrow for space. We have the on-site program guide. So this is the guide that's right there by the front of registration as folks are walking in. This is the printed publication that has a list of all the schedules and educational events, and of course a floor plan and a list of every single exhibitor that's there. So if you'd like to do any sort of advertisement in the program guide, deadline to secure your space is tomorrow, January 11th. And then the other deadline that we have that's also for printed program is we have the HELI-EXPO edition of Rotor magazine. So this too will be available at registration as folks are walking in. A lot of people are very excited to get this edition of Rotor, as it has a lot of great highlights from the year and things for the upcoming year. We'll also have this available on the show floor, and will be also distributed throughout the event. So it's a great piece to have your message right along with, and it will also have its normal distribution to all of our members post-show. Some other options that we have available, we have banners. So as I'm sure you've seen before in the past, we have banners that might be near registration, the education desk, throughout the hall. We have floor clings that are available. So if that's something that you would like to be able to help drive traffic to your booth, our deadline for that is January 18th. We only have a few left. So if that is something that you have an interest in, definitely encourage you to reach out and be more than happy to share what we have available. And then on that same note, we do have some education and award sponsorships. Very few of these left. Same deadline, January 18th, if you'd like to be included in those. And so that's for any of the education sessions. We have a variety of options there for sponsorship opportunities, and the Salute to Excellence Awards. We only have a few left that can have a sponsor. So if you'd like to be included, January 18th or as soon as possible as inventory is available. Just some other sponsorships and advertising opportunities to be aware of in the first come, first basis on these digital opportunities. There is a Rotor Daily, and we have a special issue of it that goes out during HELI-EXPO. And this is the Monday through Friday e-newsletter that goes out to 35,000 plus industry professionals. And we have a special issue that goes out every day at the end of the day of HELI-EXPO as kind of a recap. So it's a great way to put your message in there, put your booth number in there, encourage people to stop by. We also have retargeting available. So if you're not familiar with retargeting, basically anytime somebody comes to heliexpo.com or HAI's website, rotor.org, as soon as somebody comes to that site, as when they navigate to another site, we can have your message follow them. I know it's a bit big brothery, but it is impactful, and it's kind of the new wave of advertising here. So if that's something of interest, we've had quite a few advertisers take this up. And it's a great way to put your booth number in there, ensure that people know that you'll be there, and hopefully will stop by. And then we'll also have opportunities as well to advertise on the show app. So as folks are at the show, if you'd like to be able to put any sort of message on there or content, we do have options as well to do that. So just kind of as a recap here, as I mentioned earlier, think of your time, your exhibit space at HELI-EXPO, ensure that you protect it. So just some best practices to follow on any messages or sponsorships that you may consider. Of course, always good to put your booth number, make it easy for attendees to find you on the floor. Any new products or services that you might be unveiling in Anaheim, that's a great time to put that in any sort of messaging for a sponsorship or advertising to help drive excitement for why people should come visit you. If you have an anniversary year or some sort of congratulatory message, that's another fantastic sponsorship and advertising are a fantastic way to share that. And then if you have any special events going on during the show, of course, putting some sort of invitation or message in an advertisement or sponsorship are a great way to do that. So all of this great stuff that we've gone over today, if you would like to discuss more or be able to share what your goals are for HELI-EXPO, a member from the Wyman team would be happy to set up a call with you to go over how we can best help you find something that works for your company with your goals and with your budget. Best way to reach out to us, we have a dedicated email, sales@rotor.org, or you can call me directly at 352-388-7031. And again, my name is Katie White. As I mentioned, we can help you put together any sort of custom package. And I realize the date on here. I just realized my date's a little off there. But if you do know anybody that has been meeting to secure a space, you can. We can still get them on the show floor. Space is very, very limited at this point. We have passed the deadline for printed materials to include them in the Onsite program guide, but we can still get them on the floor plan, the show app, so it's not too late. So if you know somebody that's been trying to book a space, please nudge them, let them know, and we will make sure that we take care of them. And of course, just as a friendly reminder, any advertising or sponsorship that's purchased leading up to the show will count towards your 2025 booth selection for the lottery for HELI-EXPO 2025. All right, Emily, that's what I got, unless there's any questions.
So I'm not seeing any questions.
Okay.
So thank you, Katie. And I'm just going to move on to the app features and we'll wrap this up. So let me get my PowerPoint up here. So as Katie mentioned, the app is a great way to drive traffic to your booth, let attendees know what your products and services are. So everyone that has a booth through that media fee that we had this year gets the basic level of the app. So that includes your exhibitor listing, the logo, you get 1 giveaway listing, 5 exhibitor product listings, and a QR code for your booth. Okay, so on your listing, we have the side banner ad. So this is an upgrade that you can do to the app. So we have side banners. This shows either on the mobile app as soon as you open the app, or on the desktop, it looks like this as a side banner. So this is an upgrade if you have a new product or a great ad like this one with the rotor blades, very catchy if you want to upgrade and do something like that. On every exhibitor listing, you have a header image. So this happens to be my dog. We have the app specs here if you want to have this header image. You can also upgrade to have a video. If you have a specific product that you have a YouTube video, a Vimeo, you can use this feature to have that play when an attendee clicks on your booth. A background image is available for upgrade, so you can have a background. GPMS had a great background last year on the app, so that's available as an upgrade as well. Your logo is included. I know in the past we had an extra fee for a logo, but this year it's included in the media fee, and you upload that on your exhibitor dashboard on Map Your Show, and that automatically gets pushed over to the app. So these are the specs. You want to make sure you have your right size logo uploaded so there's no bleeding, your image isn't distorted. Your logo will show on your exhibitor page at the top, so easy to identify your company when attendees are looking through the app and looking at the exhibitor listings. So we have newsfeed posts. So news feeds are kind of like a timeline of posts anyone can post. We allow attendees to post. So if they take a picture with you in their booth, they can tag you. If you want to upgrade to newsfeed posts, you can definitely do that. This is a new feature. It's a QR code that you can download from the exhibitor center on SwapCard. So you can add this to any of your ads that you might be putting out for HELI-EXPO. You can add the QR code to signage, and this will allow attendees to scan this QR code and they'll go right to your exhibitor listing on the app. Push notifications. So this is a great upgrade if you are having a booth event. So if you want to drive traffic to your booth for a unveiling, a press conference, some kind of booth event, if you're having a happy hour, if you're doing a raffle or a giveaway, a push notification is a great upgrade for you to do. It goes out to a targeted group. You can send it to attendees of a specific session, select other exhibitors, and it redirects people who would tap on the push notification to your exhibitor page or a specific link. So giveaway listings are included in the basic level that every exhibitor gets. So every exhibitor will get 5 exhibitor listings for giveaways, and those are any freebies or any raffle items that you have in your booth, and that can drive traffic to your booth. Attendees tend to look at these things and want to know where the best items will be. Product listings is a great way to highlight any products that you have. You can post pictures, you can do spec sheets, other documents. You can add 20 images for each product. So that was kind of an overview of the app features for this year. The exhibitors will get access to the app on January 22nd. And you'll receive an email from SwapCard with a link for you to click. It's like a magic sign-in link. Then you set your password. If you've used the app in the past, you should be able to log in without any problems. And we are having the app open to exhibitors only for a few weeks. So you can work on building a robust exhibitor profile to drive traffic to your booth. The app will open to attendees in February to make sure that everything on the app is all filled out and complete. And so attendees have the best experience when they're looking through that exhibitor list and trying to pick out which booths they want to visit. So if there's any questions from our audience, and currently we don't have any questions. So Dan, if we can put up my contact information. So if anyone has any questions, please contact us. We want to help you have the best experience at HELI-EXPO possible. So feel free to reach out. And I want to thank all of our presenters today and all the exhibitors who have joined us in watching this webinar. We hope that it's valuable to you, and we would love to see everyone in Anaheim. Oh, and we do have a question. When does the marketing kit go live? So we just posted the social media toolkit for exhibitors on HELIEXPO.com. So when going to the website, you want to navigate to exhibits, and then under that umbrella, it's exhibitor social media toolkit. So you can download the toolkit. It's there for you. If you have any questions, please contact us. And thanks everyone again, and we'll see you in Anaheim.